Here we go. Streamer Showdown is beginning right now. Jeskai Ascendancy. You know what? I need to pop up. Let's get this in there. There we go. Alright. Is Jeskai Ascendancy worth money? I don't really care if it is. What's the pick, Searsist? Swift Spear, maybe? I don't even know. Ponyback is good. Incremental growth. Someone said Ponyback, and I know that I remember that being a good card, so. People wanted the Crag. The banners are bad, right? I remember that. Wow, this card looks horrible. Maybe Watcher of the Roost here. Yeah, Watcher of the Roost seems like the most reasonable. Maybe Jungle Hollow, but bad with Ponyback, obviously. Ooh, Mardu Charm is spicy, right? I'm in. What else we got? Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is great, but when I'm kind of Mardu-y and I get a Mardu Charm, I gotta go with it. When this enters the battlefield, if I attack with a creature, I get a 1/1 warrior. That's very mediocre. Horrid Chief? Horrid Chief is great. It seems just medium at best. Alright, we're all in. Clearly the person to our right is not Mardu, so we're sold, right? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control gain lifelink. So, solid Jeskai card. I could like go 4-color and splash this. Snowhorn Rider seems good. Is Trumpet Blast playable? Is Defiant Strike playable? I mean, look at the top card of your library. I'm gonna take the land. Just in case I get a green card. So here I could take Abzan Guide or another Blossoming Sands. Yeah, I'll take the Abzan guide. Seems great. Just generally. Really hating on this set already, no offense. Dragon Grip. If I can control a creature with power 4, cast it as though it had Flash. Giant creature gets +2 and has first strike. Seems playable. Charger is good for curve. Is Dragon Grip good? Probably not, but we'll take it anyways. Seems really bad. I guess I take Shatter and never play it. So we'll take Jungle Hollow here. Is Tormenting Voice playable? I think I'm off the Swift Spear plan in all forms. So I'll just take Tormenting Voice. Doesn't seem very good, but always like somewhat reasonable. So maybe we can go like, since we have the two Abzan lands, maybe we can go like Abzan splashing red. I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm out on blue though, right? Is Swift Kick playable? Or this guy? This card seems horrible. Yeah, so I'm just off blue totally. Oh wow, Polluted Delta? Polluted Delta, Abzan Charm, Abzan Guide. If I'm going to take Abzan, I want to take Charm, right? Polluted Delta is worth 6 tickets. I think I have to take it. Sorry, guys. What's the 4/5? Debilitating injury seems really good too. Oh, the bellowing saddle brute. Yeah, I'm taking the greed. Hey, thank you to the last follow-up. Sorry I missed you. I remember Feat of Resistance being good. Oh, man. Thanks, Jace TMS. Yeah, I guess I need the removal. Yeah, Jace TMS, you got 7 other streams you can watch. Yeah, this is a nightmare, being unfamiliar with the set and just like everything seems bad. I feel like I just can't even build a deck. Maybe Death Frenzy is good? I don't want to be in blue. I want this guy actually. I need more cheap stuff. I feel like I have nothing cheap. Nah, Resident Evil is great. It's just a little bit late on that. I wasn't really sure. Yeah, I was thinking Horde Chief, but I just listened because I don't have any expertise. This card seems great. Am I wrong? It's also Rugged Highlands. Still only have one green card though. Maybe Necropolis Fiend is a trap. Rite of the Serpent. I'm gonna take Horde Chief. Alright, I'm taking this and I'm going aggro. It's settled. Red black black white aggro, I guess. God. The double red seems like a nightmare. Yeah, I'm just not thrilled about the double red there. Well, that's a late pony back, right? Throttle seems like a pretty bad card in hindsight. Wishing I took the other Horde Chief, but it's alright. Not really interested in any of these. Yeah, this deck feels really bad, though. This card's great, but I really don't want to be blue. Or it seems great. I'm just not going to be blue, though. But whatever. Hey, Farfstone and Steve H. Bear, thank you guys for the auto host. Still don't know what that means. Is Molting Snakeskin playable if I just go all in? I'm going to have to play some of these jank cards for sure. Where is Caleb? I will find Caleb. As soon as it lets me. Thank you for whoever just followed. Well, that's insane. This card was in the rally deck, I recall. Can't see how there could be even a competition for that one. Looks like Caleb is 4 seats away from me. Alright, we'll snap up the Grim Arrow specs. Seems kind of decent. Watcher of the Roost is nice too, but I probably want a 1 or a 2 drop, right? I think white is like my lesser color. I kind of want to take the Skull Hunter. Kind of like it. Triple pony back. Let's do it. Okay, I want the crag. So we're definitely short on playables here. Yeah, La Luca, I'm concerned about the double red though. So we're gonna have to play Abzan Guide and Woolly Loxodon with our green lands. Creatures I control have vigilance, that's poop. When this attacks or blocks, sacrifice it, that's poop. This gets 2-0 and trample, that's poop. Alright, we'll take a Horde Chief. So I have 14 creatures, a Mardu Charm, and a Throttle. Someone says Despise is playable. Does anyone agree with that? Or disagree? Swift Kick. Not very good with the creatures that I have in terms of fighting. Ooh, Mantis Rider. That card is spicy as hell. This card seems quite good too. Don't think I can go in on the Mantis Rider, unfortunately. Sultai Scavenger just seems good. I'm gonna take it. So it looks like it was a mistake not to be in blue here. Because I have to take this mediocre 4-drop. Yeah. Seems bad, but probably the best card for me. What's up, Rocker at Large? We only got two matches in. We went 1-1, both of them against 4-color Saheeli. My viewer count cut in half after I started drafting cons. but we're doing it for the streamer showdown, so after this draft, we will be back to the Black Green Marvel, but gotta focus on this for now. Uh, Evan, is Despise a playable card? I feel like I might want 18 lands. This format seems very expensive in general. Oh my gosh, it's doing the duplicate error on this too. Fassini 93. I don't know, man. I think it's a three-way tie between Black Green Mardu and four color Sahili. So I don't even know what to add. Maybe Tormenting Voice, just because. Maybe this guy. Despise seems pretty bad to me. But yeah, we're going to go with 18 lands. The Delve cards are kind of better with Tormenting Voice, right? Swift Kick is pretty bad with the pony backs. Rakasha's Secret is pretty bad when I'm just jamming morphs all day. Yeah, let's run it. Deck seems horrifically bad, but we'll do our best. Maybe I should have taken Mantis Rider and just played and with the Polluted Delta and also Jeskai Charm. I should have done that in hindsight. Would have been better than these medium cards that I got instead. So I want a little bit more on the red and black side. Got 2 green, white, 2 white, black, red. 1 black, 1 red. 2 green, 2 white, 1 black, 1 red. Probably want 0 forests, 2 green cards, and they're both expensive morphs. So the 2 green sources is probably enough. For about 7 white sources, black. Probably want 7 black also. And red, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough. 5. So we'll go 7 white. Maybe 6 white because I have the 1 and 2 drop black and red cards. So 6 white, 7 black, 7 red. And that's 1 too many. I'm going to have to cut a black or red. Nice, Evan. I appreciate the words of encouragement. I appreciate the candid honesty and the support. This is possibly the worst deck I've ever drafted in my entire life in any format. That's the way it feels. It just feels like an actual. It's like when you're at a real life event and people just leave their draft chaff on the table. It's like I went up and picked up a pile of those and just put lands in. That's how this deck feels. Oh man. This format seems really miserable though because of just all of the morphs. It's like every deck's just gonna have like 8 3 drops at least, with the morph situation. So it's just like everyone just kind of sits around and plays 2/2 morphs. I don't know, it just doesn't seem ideal in terms of fun or creativity. Also, our deck is just lacking good cards. It's like just have no card that I'm excited to draw. Like Mantis Rider, for example. If I had a crappy Jeskai deck, I could be like, well, at least I have Mantis Rider, so if I can draw that, I can steal a game. it's hard to imagine that draft draft chaff is better than this deck, but I drafted well. Like, how could I possibly have drafted well if a pile of poop is better than this? I think I could have drafted better if I took that Jeskai rare early, and then I would have gotten rewarded with Mantis Rider and uh, Jeskai Charm, and I had the Polluted Delta. Like, I could have made that kind of work, you know? Yeah, I definitely should have been blue. I also should have taken the dual lands higher priority. Like my very first pick, I took Ponyback Brigade over Windscarred Crag, and it's like the dual lands are just good. Don't know who Mean Mugger is. Ooh, I do have Grim Haruspex. That card's great, right? That's one card to be excited about. Katie Neal. Fair enough. Have not heard of Katie Neal. But I bet she hasn't heard of me either, so. In the center of the battlefield, if I attacked, add 3 mana. Morph it up. I do like that this card is a zombie ape. That is some value. This player is zombie ape. This is another brutal spot where I don't even know the morphs in the format, so I don't know if I can afford to block. I feel like I should... Well... Yeah, I'm just going to take it because I have all this raid. Bring the pain, Katie. Ride down. Sav. Witness of the ages. So I could play the War Shrieker and trade, but I'd rather try to get value out of it. I think I'll go down to 10 here. If I can draw land here, I can attack with the champion, play War Shrieker, Horde Chief, and Skull Hunter. And that would be insane. Gonna need to draw land for that, though. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. No, I can't do that. That's too much. But I can at least play War Shrieker and Horde Chief regardless. Holy crap. That is a strong card. That is just game. So I probably have to bluff. I have to bluff that I have, like, Trumpet Blast, right? Yeah. Still gonna lose, though. I can draw Throttle. I basically have to draw exactly Throttle. Oh, I gain 1 life. Forgot about that. That puts me out of range of 2 hits. Yeah, Butcher is just retarded. That card was constructed playable, I recall. Okay, so she takes 8, going to 8. I think I just have to apply maximum pressure here. Instead of making 3 goblins, just play out my dudes. And then I basically have to draw Throttle or Mardu Charm. I don't know if Mardu Charm does it. I don't even know what Mardu Charm does. I just know that it's Deece. Well, I forgot that that entered play tapped. That's a thing. Alright, I need Mardu Charm or Throttle, exactly. Could just die here, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Pony back. Arrow Storm. 4 damage, 5 damage. So Lava Axe. GG. Wasn't going to draw it anyways. Alright, so we just need to dodge her casting Butcher of the Horde. Let's put in Despise. So we saw Smite the Monstrous. Let's just cut this Woolly Loxodon. Can Butcher of the Horde sacrifice itself? Unleash 11, thanks for the follow. Let's see if this works. Sacrifice another creature. I'm still going to put Act of Treason in on the play. Cut one of these slow things. Actually, that guy seems kind of decent. I could just cut the green altogether, actually. Let's do that. So white, black. Slows us down too. So she had a lot more interaction than us. We just have tons of creatures that hope to attack through. Trumpet Blast actually would have been a nice addition. It would have given us some way to get through for the win. Since the 3/2 just trades with a morph, I think I'd rather get the card, make them discard a card. Could be wrong about that though. But right now I'm gonna just be mana efficient and play the pony back. Although, if they play a morph also, I don't really want to trade the pony back, so maybe that was just wrong. Because I could definitely trade either the Skull Hunter or the other guy. So, after consideration, I think that was just wrong. Because they're just going to play a morph, of course. Okay, that. Wow, that is decent against a bunch of 2/1s. It's kind of decent, though. Can't block her. Hordeling Outburst, Butcher of the Horde combo. So if she does nothing, we'll just morph and then attack with everything. After we throttle the 4-3. Jeez. What is this? So there was that Lava Axe card. Smite the Monstrous. I feel like I'm just so like short here on just resources that I'm just gonna take this. Try to swing back hard. Jacked Murray just for control decks. Oh, the perfect answer to my 2/1s. Hmm. So if I throttle the blocker, I can hit for 9, put her down to 7. If I just swing here, goes to 14, then I play the Horde Chief. If I swing with all, she blocks here, takes 7, goes to 9, then I play the Horde Chief. Not really sure. Like, thing is, my deck's so bad that I might have to just go on the plan of trying to rattle off, like, active trees and keeping my guys. Also, with mana efficiency, like, if I just attack with this only and play Horde Chief or something, I don't really have a long-term plan for winning. I think if she had Butcher the Horde, she probably should have just played it last turn. So, this way, if I draw like a Morph, I can cast 2 spells. I feel like it just gives me the best chance to top deck a win here. So I'll take an Act of Treason, I'll take a Mardu Charm, I'll take a Sultai Scavenger, I'll take a Watcher of the Roost, Grim Haruspex, Jekt Murray. The control decks don't have ways to get Bestiary off of the table once it's in play. Like, they don't have artifact removal. So, if it gets negated or disallowed, that's, that is what it is, but it's like a card that has to be negated at 3 mana is a good card. So if I swing with all, block Ponyback with 4/3, block, block. That seems good. So let's do it. If I don't swing with all, like, he just gets to eat something. I think trading 4 damage for a guy is worth it here. She could very well have a trick, though, but I want to get the token on the Horde Chief, so if I'm swinging at all, I have to swing with everything. That's fair. MX Crino, I'm not really sure. Have to play a lot more of it. Certainly not great. Okay, well, MX Crino, thanks for following. Really unfortunate we drew land. May have had a shot if we could draw one more piece of pressure. Close, though. I will play a land, because if I draw Tormenting Voice, I want access to my mana. Opponent is dead on board, but looks to be probably stable after their turn. But they're at 2, you know? Arrow Storm, a 1/1. I'll take a pony back, please. Plains is almost as good. Is there any value in putting them at 1? I don't think so. No, there is not. I mean, I have a lot of game-winning cards. I have Act of Treason, Mardu Charm, Ponyback. I have a flyer. I have a couple flyers, actually. Don't really want to play these lands, because at this point, like, I don't want to give away that I only have lands. I think the value of the hidden information is better than the Tormenting Voice thing. Okay, let's just hardcast this. Get there. Oh, they gained a life. I think I'm going to attack with all this turn. If they eat a 1/1, it is what it is, but I can't. I think it's better to gamble here than give them like an out for like Butcher of the Horde or something. All right, baby. God. All right, let's run it back. we got a game win. Maybe I should cut a land. Too late, though. We're committed. How much Revolt draft? I've drafted Aether Revolt one time, and I 3-0'd. Well, that was a good 7th card to look at. I was like, oh man, this hand's so bad, and then I scrolled over to Tormenting Voice, and it's like, okay, this hand's keepable. Yeah, you can actually watch my Singleton Aether Revolt draft on YouTube. Let's see. That's not a fun card to play against. It's a very strong card. Yep, the old 18 land conundrum. The old 18 land conundrum. The old 18 land conundrum. How can I possibly win a match with this deck, honestly? Like, in hindsight, I just needed to take the higher power cards. What did I see from her? I haven't seen anything that punishes me here. I don't just want to take it and bow down. Maybe it's just a raid card or something. If it was a raid card, it seems like you attack with only Seeker, but I don't know. Fair enough, they're just getting in the damage. So I could probably trade here, but I'm going to do it on the defense. I'll try to get him. I'll try to get him with that same thing I did last time. Could have Ride Down again, though. Probably do have Ride Down. Please Ride Down the non-Haruspex one. Please. Please guess wrong. 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 Please. Ah! They guessed right. Christoph Rowe, thanks for following. Maybe I should have swapped these two goblins. Nah, I should have gone Haruspex blocks here. This morph blocks a goblin. Because then they ride down this one, and I get a card out of it. Yeah, that was a mistake. Know what I'm saying? Then I would have gotten to draw a card. I would have killed the Seeker. Yeah, pretty big mistake, actually. Should have thought that through more. Oh, another spell? Moon Dryas or Moon Drias, thank you for following. Okay, so it might have worked out for me. Because they would have gone right down here. Then I would flip our specs, and then they would feed of resistance Seeker. Yeah, they had a really strong draw this game. Turn 2 Seeker. So on the play, turn 2 Seeker, turn 3 Hordling Outburst, turn 4 Summit Prowler, turn 5 Double Solid Trick. It's tough to beat regardless of my bad draw. No, but J-Bone, I would have traded with the Seeker at least. Like, say they only had say they only had Ride Down there, I block the Goblin with the other morph, they ride down it, I flip Haruspex, then I draw a card from the Ride Down and trade with the Seeker. But given that they had Double Trick, it ended up not mattering. This card is gas. Their deck is way better than mine. And they deserve to slay me. Definitely didn't matter with my 10 land draw. But yeah, this deck is just painfully... It's painful to experience it. I'm going to grab some water, BRB. Thank you, Moon. Evan, they would ride down. They would not ride down the Haruspex because it would give. Then the Seeker would be a 3/3, and I would be blocking it with a 2/2. So they should ride down the other one. Unless they have the sick read that the Haruspex is blocking the Seeker. Man, those dark blue names are really hard to read. Fire shoes. Yeah, I'll pull up the list. Here it is. All right. Round two cons draft with the jank. Well, we don't have black, but I don't really want it right now. Man, no return, good luck. Low blow from the Caleb D. Like, that was kind of an interesting scry because I want the black and the green eventually, but given that I have the aggro creature, I'd much rather draw a 3-drop right now, any morph, and just keep progressing my board. Also, it's just like, if I keep a 5th land, it's just such a flood. And it's going to suck if I draw, like, the Abzan guide, but still, I'd much rather have, like, Ponyback Brigade or something. Like that guy, for example. Yeah, Fire Shoes, I hope you got a screenshot. If you didn't, I'll let you take another look. But yeah, just take a screenshot. When this attacks, it deals 1 damage to you. Ooh, when it blocks. Value. Guess we'll sandbag the swamp for now. Alright, well we've got 2 Mardu decks so far. As our opponents, that is. Okay, let's read what Mardu Charm does. 4 damage to a creature. Create 2 1/1s. They gain first strike for the turn. Or Thoughtseize at instant speed. Unfortunately, not 4 damage to a player as well. Looks like we're going to win this game, though, on the back of our glorious draw, aka Caleb just not hitting land after Tormenting Voice. It's funny, I had like a very aggressive draw, so it looks like my deck's super aggressive and looks good, but in reality it's just a pile of poop, and I drew the bottom half of my deck. I think we just kill that. It's hard to see him winning if I do that. Looks like he conceded. Whenever it just freezes for 10 seconds, it means a concession. Or 20 seconds. That's what you gotta do when you're when you got a million viewers. You gotta keep them entertained, right? So I saw a 5-2. I kind of like my old plan. Prefer the more consistency here. Alright. If he gets mana screwed again, we can beat him. That's our game plan. Alright, we got Valley Dasher. It's a sneep. We've got Valley Dasher, aka a sneep. I love with Valley Dasher how I can just F6 and it'll still attack. It's probably my favorite part about a card like that. Yeah, man, that F6 value is very strong. So here we probably just play Horde Chief. Then next turn we probably, depending on our draw, but say we draw something crappy, we'll probably Tormenting Voice plus the other two drop. Assuming we can draw land in our top 3 cards. Also nicely sets up the Scavenger here. Still think I'm on that plan. Will Tormenting Voice away the Sidisi's pet? Because I like making the Sultai Scavenger extremely cheap. Unfortunate. Let's see. Have a number of options. Could just cast Ponyback Brigade. Don't love it. I think it's between Shambling Attendants and Sultai Scavenger here. I think I want to play the Attendants, but I'm not positive. I would like to trade Attendants for this big thing. To allow my other creatures to get through. Not totally sure on that choice. Like, I kind of want to save the Scavenger as my form of reach once he's exhausted of all of his removal. And it's kind of decent to potentially set up like a Haruspex with my trade here. But that being said, if he just like does nothing, I'm probably just going to attack with the Death Touch and trade and then play Ponyback Brigade. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. What does this do? Whenever another creature dies, put a counter on it. Wow. So if I double block, he gets a 5/5. I don't like that. Just take it. Attack with both of these. Post-combat Ponyback. Face up. Who's the beatdown? Obviously, it would be nice. Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, I was thinking this cost 5. Crap. Oh, crap. Okay. That was a mistake. Or just messed that up a little bit. Okay, maybe I just want to Mardu Charm the Swarm then. That's just unfortunate. Okay, that changes things. So I can either kill something or Scavenger. I guess I just Scavenger. This could go bad though. But still, this seems like the play. Because it's not even really clear which creature I want to Mardu Charm. Pre-combat 2/1. If I chump here, this becomes a 3/3. Attack, attack. Yeah, I think I'm at the point where I want to Mardu Charm the Swarm. So I draw the pony back mana. So I can Mardu Charm the Swarm and play a Morph. Or I can just cast Pony back. I think I attack first. I'll keep this guy back. Could have just played Grim Haruspex also. Face up. And I should have. That was bad. I wasn't even. I was thinking like I have to morph it in order to get the value, but obviously you just don't. Yeah, definitely should have pre-combated this face up. I just, I was thinking like I would never just pass this on its own, but just a mistake. I want to do it face up, just because if I miss a land, I want to hard cast the pony back next turn. So he throttles it. It's fine. Yeah, so I just missed out on an extra card there, which is annoying, but still should win unless he has some blowout card. And there are a serious amount of streamers right now, huh? GG Caleb D. Defeated Caleb D with the worst draft deck I've ever had in my life. There it is. GG Caleb D. All right, guys. We just finished round 2 of the Streamer Showdown. Round 1, we were beaten by Mean Mugger in a Mardu versus Mardu mirror. And round 2, we defeated Caleb D in a Mardu versus Mardu mirror. So, few too many people drafted Mardu. This is my first cons draft of my life. Really dislike it so far, but glad that I came out with at least one win here. I appreciate you guys hanging out in my stream. I know that there's at least 10 that you can choose from right now, so it's cool that you're here, even if you're watching others as well. When we're done with this third cons round, we'll probably stream a few matches of this Black-Green Marvel Brew. I don't really want to jump into double queue, though. Actually, with them at 0-0, maybe we can squeeze one in. Although the thing is, I've just been lagging a lot with the streaming, and the double queue just makes that even worse. So I think that we're just going to wait on it. Sorry I don't have anything in between rounds here to really keep you guys entertained, but you're welcome to go jump on another stream and come back later or not. And if anyone has questions or suggestions for improvement or whatever, that is always welcomed. Just went 5-0, 10-0 in a limited PPTQ. That is a decent result. Let's have a look-see. I've only done one draft, like I said, of 8th Revolt, but I have done like maybe 4 or 5 sealeds. I played the PTQ this last weekend, and I went 6-3, which was not good enough for a prize. But I think I misbuilt my pool by 1 card. I had Heart of Kieran and a Johnny Unyielding in a green-white deck. Taking a look at your deck now, Evan. That's pretty impressive to go 10-0 with this. Like, it looks good, but you don't have any... Like, do you even have any rares? It's pretty impressive. You have 0 rares. I would not expect to go 10-0. Like, great curve and really efficient and really strong commons, but that's nice, dude. How was the Daredevil for you? The Daredevil and the Harpooner. Was the Harpooner good? I've heard Harpooner's actually kind of bad. Guess it's a little better with the Angel. What do I think about the shift away from Marvel? Not to toot my own horn, but I think that I was the first one to really build that deck. So Grand Prix Pittsburgh, Robert Graves got ninth place with a 4C Saheeli list that had 3 Chandras and 3 Oath of Chandras and 0 Marvels and 0 Deep Fiends. And I was intrigued by that, but it only had 14 green sources. So I changed the mana base to go up to 16 green sources, and people started building that deck. This is it right here, except the 4th Chandra was a Tameo. But I built this version with the 2 game trails and the evolving wilds. The other one had like, what did it have instead? I think it had like 4 Spirebluff canals or maybe Inspiring Sanctuary or something. But I don't know. It's tough to say how much better or worse it is than the Marvel / Deep Fiend version. The Marvels and the Deep Fiends are super annoying, but I really don't know what's better. It's hard to really evaluate. My thinking was that like Marvel is just not great in this deck because there's nothing like Ulamog to hit, and a lot of times I want to use my energy to make Thopters. So it's like you'll have Whirler Virtuoso in play, and you'll use Marvel and hit like a Rogue Refiner, and it's like you just spent 4 energy for a 3/2 instead of just getting Thopters, you know, and it's just plus you're like wasting a card on the Marvel, but so that was my thinking of not going with the Marvel build. But yeah, I don't really know. I haven't played with the Marvel build, so really not sure what's better. I do know that this deck's great against black green, but it was difficult to beat Mardu. Like Mardu was beatable, but it felt a little below 50-50. If I was playing 4-color Saheeli, I would not have Marvel in my deck, but I think the versions with Marvel are good. Yeah, Spontaneous Artist is a really good card, I think. I always was pleased to have it in Kaladesh, and thought it was very underrated common. Also, Renegade Wheeler is just awesome. Was that a 16 land deck, Evan? Been curious about that. Most people have been saying that like it's a mistake to play more than 16 lands in Aether Revolt Limited, but I don't know. I'm always concerned about getting mana screwed. Back when I was like bad at Magic, I would get so upset when I would get mana screwed that I would just play 18 lands in all of my draft decks regardless of curve. And I was just like blind to the fact that getting flooded is just as bad, if not more obnoxious than getting screwed. So hopefully these guys don't take too long. 36 minutes deep. Waiting for the final round of this cons draft. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, when you don't have map or a tune, people say it's generally still correct to only run 16. Like, of course, if you have a tune or map, it's a lot more reasonable, but yeah, I feel you. I'll show you the deck I had from the PTQ, and I'll show you how people told me that it was misbuilt. One moment. I don't really know if you can see this, probably not. So we'll just zoom in. There we go. This is my PTQ deck that I went 6-3 with. I thought it was really strong. The suggestion that people made was that my curve was too high and that I should have cut the Mastodon for Oath of a Johnny. This is my bench. I had two of these Revolt Spiders, Ether Herder, Cal Prowler, and I had Oath of a Johnny over here. And people said it was a pretty big mistake that I didn't play Oath of a Johnny. But the card just seems really bad to me, but I think it was a mistake in hindsight, like especially because I have the expertise and I have a planeswalker. But Yeah, I mean, that could have been costly for me. Could have been top 8 costing. But actually, in practice, the pacification array was really bad for me. Like, I literally never activated it. And I actually boarded it out for a 2-2 spider sometimes because it was that bad. It was just way too slow. Like, every game was just 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop. And then, like, on turn 6 or 7, it was like the game was basically decided. Yeah, that was my thinking. Like, when I was building the deck, I kind of just put Oath of a Johnny in, like, the unplayable category. And then afterwards, people were like, "How did you not run Oath of a Johnny?" And I was like, "Well, that card sucks balls, so that's why I didn't run it." But it does make sense to run it here, I think. Like, I do kind of have a swarm deck in a way. Like, with the renegades and the fabricate stuff. Yeah, totally. A Johnny was pretty medium as well. Like, questionable whether I would have wanted a Johnny or just a third Eagle. Definitely not like a slam dunk card, I think. Really, zero situations where it's a cut. That's what a lot of people said. Like, that card's just excellent. Alright, be right back, guys. The other white 2-drop. I already forgot. Oh, Restoration Specialist. Card's not good, and I'm aware. But it was just a curve filler. And I did have a Heart of Kirin and Untethered Express. Plus, like, Implement of Ferocity. But yeah, not impressed with the Specialist. Obviously better when I have the premium artifacts, though. Alright, boys and gals. Going the distance, huh? So you would have cut Specialist for Oath? People were saying to cut a 5-drop because I had 4 5-drops. And Mastodon was the worst one. I actually had a crazy game where the guy showed me Destructive Tampering and Appetite of the Unnatural, and I boarded out all of my artifacts, including Heart of Kirin and Untethered Express, and it worked pretty well. What's up, Yama Killer? It's going well. We're doing the Cons of Tarkir draft for the Streamer Showdown right now. We're just waiting for the final round. And we started the stream playing this black-green Marvel brew that I just built. And it actually felt pretty promising. We only played 2 matches. Both of them were against 4-color Sahili, and we went 1-1. but the loss was extremely close and the win was a blowout. So bodes well for the future. Plus, I get to play with this card, which is just like unreal badass. Jace to the face, it actually gets Delirium a lot more commonly than I initially thought it would. Um, it's pretty diverse in terms of your types. So what I mean by that is creature gets in there, no problem. You know, they kill an early creature. Artifact, you have these that you sack, plus these that get vesseled into there. So you have 8 artifacts. Instant harder, but you know, 4 fatal push, early play. 5 sorceries, same thing. Plus, you know, the enchantments and evolving wilds for land. So obviously, it's harder to get delirium when you don't have vessel, but with all this card draw with the siphoners and trackers, uh, basically, what I'm saying is it's easier to have delirium for Ishkana than you might think. Like it hasn't been an issue for me so far. I haven't cast Ishkana yet without delirium. Traverse is just too cute, I think. And To the Slaughter, the thing about To the Slaughter is like you really want the Planeswalker removal for 4-color Saheeli. So if you're casting To the Slaughter over Ruinous Path, you're only going to get like a Thopter token because they have so much chaff when it comes to creatures. And against Mardu, like you'll get Gideon, but you'll get like a Thraben Inspector also. So the upside of the targeted Planeswalker thing is just better to me, in my opinion. Like for one, you're not always going to have Delirium with the To the Slaughter, and for two, say you like absolutely have to shut off the combo, and they have a Saheeli and a Chandra or something, they can just sack the Chandra, you know? Things like that. Biggest thing is it's not guaranteed you'll have Delirium when you need to cast the To the Slaughter. Alright, we're against Ice Cream Socialist. Don't know who this is either. Spartans, I thought about the Improvised Demon too. That's a great suggestion. Just haven't brewed enough yet. Also, I don't know if there's enough artifacts like clues. What is the demon's ability? I know it's 5/5 flying. They discard a card at the end of your turn, but forget what else it does, honestly. Yeah, this is actually my first cons draft ever, and it went very poorly. But we are 1-1. We beat Caleb last round. Don't really want to trade here. I think there's more value in the tracker face down here because of the surprise of like the 3 power first strike. Could end up regretting it, but it's an interesting attack by them. Yeah, now I regret it, of course. But I will morph this. Just because next turn I can just hard cast the pony back. Hooting Mandrills. So what do I need to be worried about out of Teamer here? Can anyone tell me what this is? That's my issue with never drafting cons, is I don't even know what the common morphs are. Right. What is the Snowhorn Rider? Thanks, man. Oh, blowout. I saw this card too. Damn, son. You make half that without paying its mana cost? What? How is that not the most absurd card in the format? You called it, dude. Yeah, I can't beat these flyers. I'm just gonna try to draw a card here and trigger the raid. Look at my hand. Or 2 hexproof for 5. Reveal the top 5 cards. You make a creature or land. What did they put? Mystic. Mystic of the Hidden Way can't be blocked. Yeah, I just can't win. Throttle that, and then I just die to the flyer. Unless I draw a Mardu Charm. Guess I needed to attack last turn with everything. Sure. Well, that's good. So I can ambush this. Treasure Cruise is a wonderful magic card. The problem with my deck, I just have no like powerful spells that I can draw right now to even come back, even if I stabilize. Like I have to deck them. Not the craziest thing in the world. Uh-oh, they've got... Oh, that could just be for red and blue, though. Probably is. With 19 cards in my library and 3 swamps remaining, what are the odds I draw 3 swamps? Apparently, they're higher than 0%. Not that I really care. I'm not going to be able to win this anyways, honestly. Wow, that's an interesting card. Get ready to get ponied on. Could I do it? Oh man, could I deck them? Let's deck them. They're down to 7 cards. Yeah! We're gonna deck them, guys. Okay. That resolves. Oh no. No, I already cast the 3/5 Death Touch. She countered it and replayed it. I have the flyer. I have another pony. I have Mardu Charm. I have this card. Whew! No! Am I dead? I'm not dead, but I'm so close. No! Oh, I can pay 6. I think I throw away my goblin here. Over going to 1. Gain 2 life, baby. Do I attack for 1 life link? Probably not. Draw 2 cards. They're down to 1 card. This is hilarious. Sure. So they know that I have this, so I might as well morph it, right? They don't know about the other one. Okay, I just have to survive this turn only. Decked the opponent. Unless they have... I don't even know what they can have. God, that's funny though. Yeah, last turn I should have. I should have, huh? Well, they're paying costs. Do you know that this person has Aerostorm from watching their stream? Oh, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself if I lose because of that. I could have suicided the Abzan guide too for 4 life just because they have 1 turn here. I should have done that as well. The suspense is killing me. Oh, they lost connection. Who is Ice Cream Socialist? Did I lose connection? Just trying to find out who it is. Is it the GF bracket? Oh. Oh man. That is truly hilarious. So I saw their entire deck. They have like essentially 0 hard removal. Definitely have to watch out for that That counterspell card. Do I just want Despise again? I kind of like the Despise. Just in general. People are said it's bad, but her deck is just full of creatures. And a lot of big butts. So maybe cut the Valley Dasher or the Blood-Soaked Champion. Yeah, I think I cut the Valley Dasher because they just have a lot of defensive creatures. Pretty slow deck, though, also. Tough call. On the draw, though. Not certain, but I'm going to go with this. Do like keeping those lifelink dudes because they got me that game. I do have the Mind Rot Mill too. Too late though, I already submitted. Ooh. Sick curve out. Man, my curve was too good for this Despise. I hope I'm still able to get value. So this could be Snowhorn, Mystic of the Hidden, the Karu. It could be the 2/2 flying. It's not this one. Or I guess it could be, and they don't have a blue card. Nah, they would have just played a 0/6. This is a tough call. Like, I really want to get this Despise off while it still has value. I feel like the Sidisi's pet might get blanked. Like, let's say I play the pet and then they go land, pass. Nah, I mean, they could, like, play that out the borders or, like, a card draw spell. I think I need to just keep pressuring. Then if they go land pass, like, to flip this, I can despise. Hopefully I draw a mountain here. Okay. So this is something. It's probably a snow horn. Yeah, it's got to be a snow horn or the Karoo. So I'm just going to keep the pressure on because it's likely that they just need to flip this now instead of playing another card. Seems like a good draw. Okay, so let's just move in with everything. It's probably Snowhorn, and they're going to eat one of my morphs. Yep. They're down to 2 now. See what they've got. Take a cheap card. And that's game. Hell yeah, baby. 2-1 with the poopy deck. and we won a game in the loss. Way above expectation. I sincerely thought I was going to 0-3 with this. So that's cool. Alright, GG's. 2-1 in my first cons draft. Feels good because the deck felt like a huge train wreck.